I hope you enjoyed that. We certainly did, and I think the president did, and I think the LSU football team did as well. Whilst you were watching that, the Dow momentarily turned negative. It's just turned negative, just a fraction now. Okay, we're up 1 point. We're basically flat. Other indicators still moving higher. Let's move on, because now there is this.
The House will begin a formal impeachment inquiry of President Trump.
Mick Mulvaney admitted to the Ukraine quid pro quo at the center of the Democratic impeachment inquiry.
The House Judiciary Committee is about to hear historic testimony on the potential impeachment of President Donald Trump.
House Democrats unveiled 2 charges against President Trump.
He's only the 3rd president in the nation's history to be impeached.
Oh, there you have it. The media and their breathless coverage of President Trump's impeachment. A new study reveals that in the first 100 days since Democrats began the impeachment push, the network's coverage of it has been negative, big time. But Ash, I need the numbers.
Yeah, let's bring up the boards, because this is quite shocking. We know this is true. We know that many in the mainstream media, who like to say, only have one narrative. But look at this. First 100 days of impeachment, ABC, CBS, NBC Evening Newscast, 93% of the coverage was negative. Yeah. So you'd think, okay, well, look, they have to give some coverage, surely, to the trade deals, right? The China trade deal, the economy, for crying out loud, the record-breaking markets. No, none of that. In fact, if you look at the percentages of how much is given over, and here we go, media coverage, trade and economy in minutes, 9 minutes. You look at the impeachment, 849 minutes. Now, this was in a period from September to January. Withdrawing troops from Syria was number 2. Fighting against ISIS, number 3. North Korea relations at number 4. Immigration, and at the very bottom, they discuss trade and economy because, let's face it, what's going on with trade and economy doesn't fit the narrative. So they don't even mention it.
And yet it's a brilliant, stellar performance by the markets and the economy.
And look at the economy.
Good Lord. Let's stay on the media. Why not? USMCA passed the Senate Thursday. The media just didn't care. I think we've got numbers on that, media coverage of USMCA. What do you got on this, Lauren?
The number is 0. When it's 0. Look, if you look at the evening coverage of USMCA on ABC, NBC, and CBS, 0 minutes each. In fact, it gets a little bit better. If you look at Politico, their original headline was "The Senate passes USMCA in major win for Donald Trump."
All right. And
then they revised that headline, and it read, "Senate passes USMCA, but much work remains." And if you read the article, it was actually pretty positive.
So,
that was the changed
headline. Original, and then that's the new one.
That's the new headline, the one right there. The original headline, which only lasted for, say, an hour or 2, I believe, was something like "Major win for Trump."
Yes, exactly. Right there.
Can you believe this, Brian? I mean,
this is why I'm telling you, people are not anticipating how big USMCA could be this year. It gets no coverage.
None.
How could people know?
That's right.
I mean, you open up a newspaper, impeachment. You watch the nightly news, impeachment. What about USMCA? What about the economy? What about the China trade deal?
There are people who, if they get all their news from that side, don't know anything.
And it's absolutely
really
deliberate.
Crazy.
It is deliberate. The media does not want the re-election of President Trump, so anything that's good is off the air. Everything that might be bad is on the air. That's how it works.
How am I doing, Professor?
I think I got your point on that, Stuart, and I'm with you.
Well, it drives me up the wall. Look, I'm in the media. We are the media, for heaven's sake. And I see everybody else just confusing the issues of the day, confusing finance, the economy, and the markets. It drives me up the wall. But I will calm down. Have we got Larry Kudlow yet? Not yet, but he's due on the show very, very shortly. We're working on it. I think we're trying to mic him up as we speak. This is the Champions Hour, of course. We just had the champion LSU.